These are golden nights, no more time to waste. Gotta turn up right, party till the day. These are golden nights, opportunity will wait. Gotta turn up right.
Broadcast live daily from the 71st Cannes Film Festival, right after the red carpet, and here in our studio on the French Riviera, it's the Worth It Show! And now, from the Hotel Martinez Beach, here's your host, Jeannie Godula.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Worth It Show. Hello, Cannes. So great to have you all here with us tonight. The biggest film festival in the world is in full swing, and if you've been living this Cannes experience every step of the way with us, talking to incredible actors and directors, you're in store for something fantastic again tonight. You are all here in the studio with us. Thank you so much for being here, and all of you out there in Cannes. You are all very much part of this show. Tonight, your questions are going to be brought to us by our e-chronicler, Iskra Lawrence. Hi, Iskra. It's so great to have you here. Now, Iskra, you're from the UK, you're a model, you have more than 6 million followers on all the platforms combined, and you're going to be our link tonight to our online audiences.
Yes, I am. Hi, everybody. Make sure that you start posting right now with the hashtag #WorthItShow. You're an important part of the show, even though you're not here, and we want to know your comments on everything from the view, to our outfits, to how our makeup's looking. So get commenting.
Iskra, thank you. We are broadcasting live on social media to more than 20 countries worldwide. Let's meet tonight's special guests. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the visionary makeup artist to the stars. She's created looks for Kate Moss and Lady Gaga, and on the runways of great British designers like Vivienne Westwood and Alexander McQueen. Please welcome Val Garland. Hi, Val. The former advisor to French President François Mitterrand turned president himself, but this time of the Positive Planet Foundation. He also founded Positive Cinema Week here in Cannes, Jacques Attali. Hello, Jacques. Welcome to you. Welcome, welcome. And star of the big and small screens, he's made the fight against global warming his own, the incredible Jaime Lannister from the most Emmy-awarded show in history, Game of Thrones, that Danish sensation Nikolaj Coster-Waldau. Very French, very French. Welcome to all of you. Welcome to all of you, Val, Jacques, Nikolaj, Iskra. So happy to have all of you on the show with us tonight. We do have another great show coming up. Let me tell you what's in store. Jane Fonda is coming up in The Rendezvous, our up-close and personal interview with the Oscar-winning American icon. Then Shampoo in Beauty versus Cinema. The Thai star gives us her rapid-fire answers to our questions, bringing those two worlds together. And Malik Bentala and Franck Gastondide of Taxi 5 in Men of Worth will be asking them the questions women usually get asked. Also coming up, if you're a fan of the fantastic Eva Longoria, don't go away. We do have a big surprise in store for you. And by the end of tonight's show, Nikolaj will step up to our nightly challenge. I wonder what that will be. Nikolaj, you were just telling me this isn't your first time in Cannes. I know you did do the red carpet steps just recently, the past 2 nights. Tell me a bit, when you get ready for those kind of red carpet moments, I mean, some women say it takes hours to get ready. How long did it take you, for example, yesterday?
It didn't take that long. I mean, I was very lucky. There was someone there to show me what to wear, and then there was someone who touched my hair, so it was quick.
It was easy.
Yeah.
Val, how about you? Do you prefer to be on the red carpet or behind the red carpet preparing?
Oh, I'm all about being behind the red carpet.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jacques, is that your kind of thing, walking up red steps?
No, I think it should be reserved to people who have a reason to come here, which means to have a movie to present or something, not people trying to just be on the picture for no reason. Therefore, I don't like to be there.
Well, one person who is a Cannes regular, who's actually not here this year, is Eva Longoria. You might know she tends to come every year. This year she actually has a very good reason for not being here, but she's going to explain what that is.
Hi everybody, bonjour tout le monde. Je suis désolée, I can't be there in Cannes. I think it's my first time in 10 years that I'm not at Cannes with my beautiful L'Oreal family. I am baking a little baby, so I'm not allowed to fly or be there. But I wanted to say hello to everybody and say how sorry I am that I'm going to miss the festivities this year, especially because my favorite actress, Kate Blanchett, is head of the jury, and I'm like, she's just my favorite, embodies everything that women should be. And I'm also really bummed that I'm going to miss the Worth It show, which is something new that L'Oreal is doing this year. I wish I could be part of the Worth It show where we get to talk to all of these women who have amazing things to say. And I think it's fitting that L'Oreal does it because we're worth it and because you're worth it. And so I wish I could be there and listen to everything that you guys are saying. There's so much that we have to talk about as women, specifically women in the entertainment industry, and what better platform to say it than at the Cannes Film Festival. So I hope that you guys enjoy the Worth It show. I hope you learn and get empowered by all of these women who are speaking. There's a big tide changing in Hollywood with film. Behind the camera, in front of the camera, we have more female directors, we have more female producers, we have more female writers, and Cannes is a place where that should be supported. So I thank you, L'Oreal, for not only creating this amazing talk show where people can converse about these topics, but also being a brand that embodies your self-worth and your value beyond makeup, beyond hair color, beyond skincare. It's what's in here and what's in here that makes you valued and worth it. So I hope to see you guys next year, and I hope we do the show next year because I want to be on it. Gros bisous. Au revoir.
A big thanks to Eva Longoria for sending us that message. Val, you know Eva, you've done her makeup several times. What's she like?
Oh, she's very lovely. She's very lovely. She's the sweetest thing. Yeah, she's a very genuine woman. Yes, absolutely. Please excuse my voice.
Aww.
I've been talking so much over the last sort of like 4 days that my voice has just gone into the ether.
Aww.
So I'd like to say that I've been out partying, but I haven't. I've been going to my room and reading a book.
Well, we'll let you have a nice hot cup of tea. We'll check back in a couple of minutes.
Okay, great.
Jacques, I'm going to turn to you now. You are the president of the Positive Planet Foundation, and this week in Cannes, you're hosting Positive Cinema Week. What is positive cinema exactly, and is there such a thing as negative cinema?
Yes, it is. The Positive Planet Foundation exists since 20 years to help people have a better life, create their own business, mainly the poor people. We have 11 million people. And we wanted to create something which could demonstrate that anyone can do something in the interest of next generation. Anyone in any kind of business, including the cinema. It's why we have created a positive cinema concept. And the Positive Cinema Week in Cannes is a way to demonstrate the existence of that. What means positive cinema? Means a cinema which is not only a work of art, which it has to be, but also something which is a whistleblower, can push people when they get out of a show to the idea that they can do something for the world to be better. And on that we have done within the festival, a festival in the festival, where we select movies. We have our own jury, and we will provide the name of the winners of the 3rd edition next year, tomorrow. And then we would like this concept of positive cinema being around. Of course, there is a negative cinema. Negative cinema means a cinema which is just a cinema that push people for violence, create the idea that violence is good, that violence is an instrument of pleasure, joy, and push people even to murder. That exists. And that is a real negative cinema. We want to push the other side of the coin.
You have some incredible ambassadors who are part of this project with you, people like Robert De Niro, Helen Mirren, the great French director Agnès Varda. As you mentioned, you do give away these prizes every year. We do have the scoop on one prize already. The Best Actress Award is going to go to Juliette Binoche. Tell us about her.
Juliette Binoche and Catherine Deneuve are going to receive specific awards tomorrow for their whole career and for their role for women, because we have chosen this year to consider that one of the dimensions of positive cinema is to whistleblower on the status of women in the festival and in the cinema industry. 4 days ago, we had a whole day of debates on the position of women in the cinema, as well as we do in our foundation around the world, where we mainly help poor women, vulnerable women, to get out of poverty and do not depend anymore on charity. And then we do that on cinema, and we had wonderful discussions about what women can do and what can be done for having a better position for women in all dimensions of the industry, which is not only actors, but also producers, creators of landscapes, makeup, all dimensions of a movie industry.
Nikolaj, you made a movie with Juliette Binoche. What do you remember about her? Maybe something about her that might surprise us as a person.
I don't think it'll surprise you. She was probably one of the best actors I've ever worked with. She was very intense, very focused, very generous, and it was an overall just a great experience.
Jack, we were talking a lot yesterday about the balance between male and female filmmakers, particularly in the competition here in Cannes. What about your competition? Are you at 50-50 male-female directors?
No, we are not, but the whole of the movies selected are movies about the situation of women, and therefore if we do not succeed this year to get the balance in the competition in terms of movie makers, we have more than a balance in terms of the subjects of the movies, which are all about situation of women.
We often think the Cannes Film Festival is a bit inaccessible, if you like, for normal people. It's really something for big stars, people who come and walk up the red carpet. But your foundation's also giving a gift to the people of Cannes. It's giving a series of free movies on the beach. Tell us about that.
Yes, we do since 3 years not only a selection of movies for the best, and that is going to be given in a charity dinner tomorrow, but during the whole week we have a movie for free all around the city, in specific districts, on the beaches, and where people can see new movies, but also old movies that are mainly positive movies, movies that really awake the conscience of people on climate change, on social issues, on discriminations, because positive means both ecologically and socially positive, not only one dimension.
And if you were to give us just one example of one movie that really embodies the spirit of positive cinema, what would that be?
Well, the first movie that we did on the beach 2 years ago was Le Dictateur by Charlie Chaplin, which is certainly the best icon movie on
The Dictator.
Whistleblower, because it was a movie that really
ring
the bell of the danger of political dictatorship around the world. And it is still today, even 70 years after.
Jacques Attali, thank you so much. We're going to focus now on some other men in cinema in our segment now, Men of Worth. Tonight, the team behind what has been called the French and Furious. We're going to hear from actor Malik Bentella, who is also a comic, as well as the actor, writer, and director Franck Gastambide. They are from the blockbuster here in France, Taxi 5, with more than 3 million entries. Let's take a look.
La Belle dans La Belle et le Clochard.
C'est bien ça.
Ouais. C'est difficile de me doucher moi déjà, donc alors tu me parles d'une scène avec toute une équipe.
J'ai déjà tourné nu dans un film et bien sûr que c'est pas simple, surtout s'il fait froid. L'argent, c'est non.
Non, moi je paye,
non,
je
merci.
Paye plus, je suis désolé.
Pardon, mais c'est comme ça. Désolé.
Désolé. J'en parlais avec Lars von Trier hier, on était au Quick et, et Lars me disait je trouve que le temps n'a pas d'impact sur toi.
Sur toi Malik.
Sur toi Malik.
The Men of Worth, where we ask men questions that women usually get asked. Nikolaj, have you ever noticed that your female co-stars maybe get asked more typically girly questions than you do?
Yes. No, it's sometimes you kind of look at... I mean, you've been asked really interesting questions about your character work, and then you're standing next to a female actor, and they go, "Oh, what are you wearing? That's so beautiful. I love your makeup. I love your hair," which is, well, it's just silly.
Is it?
Well, I think it is. I think that you know, it's fine you talk about the look, but then you should also ask the guy about the look, and you should also obviously ask the actresses about their work, which is really why they're there.
Absolutely, that's certainly true. And I heard that we're kind of going to get you into our spider web tomorrow to be our man of worth. Is that correct?
I think so, yes.
All righty. Val, I'm going to turn to you now. Val Garland, how's your voice doing?
I think my voice is doing quite well.
Oh, dear. All right, well, bear with me. We're going to just try and go with it. You are known around the world as the makeup artist to the stars. I love that title. You're also, though, a global beauty director. What does that mean exactly? What does that entail?
I think that it means that I'm part of the L'Oreal family, and that I'm part of I'm part of the team that we create ideas and products, and we sort of like brainstorm. And I think I'm apparently I'm a good speaker, but you'd never know. And so I do a lot of workshops, and yeah, we have a lot of fun. We do lots of shows, lots of catwalk shows. So yeah, it's great.
You've been known in the makeup world as a real pioneer over your career, which is now some 35 years, you were telling me.
I'd say 30.
30 years, that's still amazing. But mostly because you break the rules of what's classical makeup. So I'm wondering, how long did it take you until you were at that point where you were established enough that you could do something like say to a model, cover your face with lip gloss, stick it in a box of glitter, and let's see how it turns out, like you did for Vivienne Westwood?
I think I have always been one of those women that's got balls. So I sort of, you know, there's a lot of very beautiful people in the world. I was a makeup artist. You know, I wasn't sort of like gorgeous and glamorous. And I thought, you know what, I got to get noticed. I got to get people to sort of see what I can do. So I kind of tended to go the other way and just do things that were reactionary. And I think I was quite lucky enough to, early on in my career, work with the likes of John Galliano, Nick Knight, Alexander McQueen, and all of those people wanted to go one step further, and I was like, yeah, okay, let's do it.
What's it like when you work with celebrities? Is there collaboration? I'm thinking, for example, you did the cover of Lady Gaga for the album Born This Way with those incredible prosthetic cheekbones. Yes. How did you come up with that idea?
Well, that was very interesting. I'd already started working with Lady Gaga, with Nick, and we were shooting her, I think it was for 60 minutes, between shows in Milan. And we were talking about the up-and-coming album cover. I was with Nicola Formichetti, his stylist, and Sam McKnight, and hairdresser. And Nicola was saying, like, you know, we need a new look for Gaga, so what should we do? And she used to wear quite a lot of makeup. And I said, well, let's just take it all off. You know, let's just take off all the makeup. You know, like, let's bleach her eyebrows. Let's bleach her eyebrows. Let's get rid of the eyelashes. Not, you know, just take off the fake eyelashes. And let's give her like a really strong, punky line. Oh, and maybe we might give her some prosthetics. And everybody was kind of like, well, what's a prosthetic? And I said, oh, you know, well, you can sort of like special effects. You can change the shape of things. And I literally got a little piece of paper and I made it into two kind of like aeroplanes and sort of like stuck these aeroplanes on her cheeks and sort of said, yeah, we could do something like that. Never thinking that they'd go with it. And Nicola had his iPhone there, just picked it up, went click.
And that was it?
I go back to work. 3 months, I haven't even thought about it. 3 months later, I arrive on the job with Nick. It's Lady Gaga. And there's the prosthetics guy from Pinewood with these kind of like, you know, sort of like Star Wars, sort of like extended cheeks. And, but I made a rod for my own back because I kind of like did her whole sort of, I worked with her a lot over that period, and we had to get those prosthetics on every time, and they took about like an hour and a half. So it was a lot of work, but it was worth it.
It's amazing. It seems like it's really important to you. I mean, what we've seen over the past week with you sharing your expertise in the beauty salon or talking with us tonight to communicate your savoir-faire. You've given master classes online, and you're coming out with a book. Tell us about that.
Well, I've been around and around and around for a very long time. And so a friend of mine asked me, would you like to do a book? And in the beginning, I thought, oh, yeah, that sounds like a really cool idea. And, but that was kind of like 3 years ago. And it takes a long time to get the permissions from like all the models, all the photographers, the magazines. And it takes a while to sort of like find the style. But it's a book about gorgeous, lovely imagery. It's all about makeup, but it's more about beautiful pictures. There are some, there will be some famous people in there, but I haven't done the book to go, this is my famous friend. I wanted it to be like, this is just great imagery, and to inspire the future makeup artists, because they are our future, and it's, you know, up to, you know, old ladies like me to sort of like pass on the knowledge. And there's lots of stories in there. There's
just tell
anecdotes.
us one. Tell me the one you were telling me before about Cate Blanchett.
Okay, so Cate Blanchett, as we know, is an incredible woman. And I don't normally do her makeup. Her makeup is usually done by a friend of mine, Mary Greenwell. She's been doing her makeup for years. Anyway, I was working with Tim Walker. It was for W magazine, and I always work with Tim, and Kate was happy. So we get there, and we're doing a story, and she has to be like the little prince, because Tim always sort of has a narrative to his shootings. So, you know, we gave her sort of like, you know, very short cropped hair, and we made her look like the little prince. But then there was a moment where she was wearing this fabulous big black Yohji Yamamoto dress. It was very expensive. I think the people from Yohji Yamamoto sort of like carried it in and were sort of like holding it up. And I hadn't really done anything to her yet. And I sort of said, oh, look, I'll do it on set. And Tim's like, okay, okay. So anyway, so she comes on set, and there's a table in front of her, but she's got this fabulous gown on, and she stood there. And I came up to her, and I had like a paint rolling tray and a paint roller. And I had red paint. And I said, Kate, I said, I'm not going to make you beautiful. I am just going to take this paint roller, and I'm just going to roll it up your body and up your face. Are you okay with that? And she was like, yeah, do it. And it was great, and it made the picture.
Val, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your expertise with us here every night. Tonight, being with us as part of our special guest set. And we're looking forward to your book coming out in October called Validated. Iskra, do we have questions on the social networks for Val?
We have several thousand questions right now. Thank you all so much. And I'm really excited because I have a question.
Oh, your microphone, Iskra.
Yes, my mic, that would help. So yes, no, it's been so many questions online. Thank you all so much for commenting and posting. And we actually have a question for all of you here, and it's from Fabian Heron. Which woman's iconic part would you have all liked to play?
Ooh, that's good. Like Erin Brockovich, I'm guessing, or Sandy in Grease. I don't know. Nikolaj, what would you pick?
Jessica Lange in Frances Farmer.
Oh, that's a good one. Jacques?
So many, but I would say Erin Brockovich.
Erin Brockovich, yeah. Val?
I'd have to say Helen Mirren, the Queen.
Ah, yes, that's your British coming out. Thank you for that. Thanks, Iskra. Now, we're going to take a moment for our very special segment called The Rendezvous. This is filmed on the world-famous steps of the Cannes Film Festival, and it's not everybody who gets to do that, so thank you so much to the festival for letting us do that. This evening, you're going to discover the double Oscar winner and the honorary Palme d'Or winner, Jane Fonda. She told us why she feels better today at 80 than she did at 20.
I'm 80 years old, and I'm happier now than I used to be. I think it's very hard to be young. There's so many questions, so many doubts. When you get old, You look back over this big distance that's behind you, short distance in front, big distance behind, and you say, oh, I've been there, I've done that. I survived, but it took me many, many decades to get there. Self-confidence doesn't have anything to do with objective factors. You can be famous, you can be beautiful, successful, you can be all of that. Everything depends on what happened to you when you were a child. If a little girl wants her father to love her, and it's uncertain if he does, then she tries to do anything she can to be loved by her father. The tendency is to want to please, and then that continues. I have spent a lot of my life trying to please men, and it was little by little with the women's movement, with my feminist friends, that I was able to say, I can be all right on my own. I have been brave. I have tried to do my best. I have tried to be kind. I've learned how to be forgiving, and so I think I'm worth it.
The incredible Jane Fonda.
I want to look like that when I'm 80.
I want to look like that when I'm 80. It's unbelievable.
Jane came to one of our dinner here in Cannes 3 years ago. She was an amazing ambassador to our foundation. She did an amazing show, and she's tremendously generous of her time, of her talent for good causes.
And Jane Fonda will be with us here on the set tomorrow night, so to be sure to tune in for that. Nikolaj, so great to have you on the show. First things first, I know you can't really say anything about the upcoming final season of Game of Thrones, so for all the fans out there, let me just say, okay. I'm calm. I'm calm. Seriously though, what's it been like for you to kind of ride this Jamie wave?
It's been, well, we're coming to an end now. I mean, we have another 2 months to shoot of the final season, and it's been interesting this year. It's been special because you've had to say goodbye to a lot of people, friends, and we started 9 years ago with the pilot, and then obviously we didn't have a clue that this was going to turn into what it has now. I'm so grateful for this experience because it's allowed me to, experience other things that I wouldn't have otherwise, and to travel around the world and realize that this crazy television show has reached every corner of the planet is such a privilege.
Val, are you a Game of Thrones fan?
I have to say no, but my boyfriend really is. He's obsessed, absolutely obsessed.
Maybe you can get a scoop from Nikolaj a little bit later. Nikolaj, you're Danish, and you've been able to work on both American projects and on European projects. Do you find that they're different, the roles are different, the attitude on the set is different?
The biggest difference I've ever experienced, I did a French film in 2000 called 24 heures de la vie d'une femme. That was the biggest difference. When you sit down for lunch, like usually on a movie, it's like you get half an hour. If you're lucky, on Game of Thrones, you don't get a break. You just get a tray and then eat while you shoot. In France, it's like, get the paper cloth out, a bit of wine, take your time. It's really very civilized.
N'est-ce pas, Jacques? When you were growing up in Denmark, I understand that you had two things you were dreaming of being as a grown-up.
Yes.
Either an actor or a footballer, a soccer player, as we say in the States.
Yeah.
Did you make the right choice?
I'm still waiting for the call from Barcelona or Paris Saint-Germain. I haven't given up hope, but I have no regrets. I love my job. I'm very fortunate, so I think I made the right choice.
You have done so many different projects. We were talking before, the movie you made with Juliette Binoche, 1,000 Times Good Night, The Other Woman, the gay drama Bent, the horror movie Mama. Overall, your career, what's been the role, would you say, that's had the most effect on you so far?
The most effect, I have to go back and say, without sounding too cheesy, but I think in '97 I did a film called Wild Side, a Danish film that I co-wrote with Mads Mikkelsen and with Nugaga. And at the end of the shoot, I invited Nugaga up to, we shot in Iceland, up to this place called Snøfellsjökull, which is a glacier, a volcano.
Which is hard to say.
And then I asked her to marry me there. So that movie is going to be special for that very reason. We're still married. So.
I know you are. Actually, you've been married 20 years this year,
yes.
which is some kind of record, I think, in the entertainment industry. Do you have a secret to making a marriage last?
No, I don't have a secret. I think that... you have to love each other. That's a good start.
I agree. I think that's a good start. Another cause that's been very important to you over the years in your work and your volunteer work is global warming. And apparently that's something you've been able to see personally because you have a home up in Greenland and you've seen the effects of climate change.
Well, I mean, we see the effects all over the world. And I've been the last couple of years working as a Goodwill Ambassador for the UN, UNDP. And I focused on the climate change and on gender equality. And I went to the Maldives, where they really are in danger those islands are really in danger when the sea levels are rising. In Greenland, you have these. If you've ever seen a glacier up close, it's an awe-inspiring sight. I mean, it's so big, it's so massive. But then to actually see how quickly they recede because of the global warming, it's quite scary. And there's no question that for me if we don't deal with those issues, then we are we're stupid, but we're also going to leave future generations with a horrible situation. But they also think gender equality, which also is a big issue here, is connected. I mean, the thing is that if you leave out half the population, it's very difficult to solve the problems. And today we still have more than 150 countries where they discriminate against women by law, and obviously that has to change.
And you've also created a pledge in which you call on fathers. You yourself are a father of 2 girls.
Yes.
You call on fathers to unite and to empower women. Do men have a bigger role to play in all of that?
I think we all have a big role. I mean, especially all adults. We're all role models for our kids. But I think that it's a very basic human right to be free and to live your life the way you choose to live it. And gender equality is important for all of us. I mean, if you're not free, then how can I be free? I mean, we're all connected. And so I think it's as much an issue for men as it is for women. How can you live with yourself if you accept that your female coworker is being paid less for the same work, or is being treated worse, or is being harassed, and you don't do anything about it? So, it's very important for all of us.
I agree. Nikolaj, thank you so much. We're now going to take a closer look at something that I know definitely speaks to Val's heart, but to many of our hearts, is the link between beauty and cinema. That's with our segment called Beauty versus Cinema. Now, this is a short interview where each question has 2 different answers. One has to do with beauty and the other cinema. For example, Nikolaj, if I say to you, do you remember the very first time you put on makeup?
I remember the first time my older sister put makeup on me, and I was traumatized for quite a few years.
How old are you?
I was 3.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't fun.
And Val, do you remember your very first movie?
My very first movie was The Sound of Music.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved all of it.
Jacques, how about you? Do you remember your very first movie you ever saw?
I think it was Mogambo, a very good movie by the... where Clark Gable and Grace Kelly were acting. I think it was that time.
All right, so that's how this works. You're going to play now, too, by posting your own answers while we watch Shampoo, the Thai star, give us her rapid-fire answers to those questions.
The color it shine on, like in every single shades. I love them. I love all animations, especially Disney. Let It Go, Frozen. Right after I had a shower in the morning and I apply all my moisturizer and everything. And also I like to face the daylight. Back at home I don't have much time to go to the cinema, so mostly I watch a lot of movies on board when I travel. The first time that I really have my proper makeup on, like by a professional, and then that's the first time that I realized that, wow, that's the power of makeup. in 2012, I received this award for the play that I did, and I said something very nice about my mom. I thank her for making me the person I am.
Iskra, I'm going to bring you back in now. What do we have on social media?
Yes, so we actually have a really funny question, and it's from Amelia Canamella.
Okay.
So this is to Nikolaj. You might never have been asked this question before, but on what part of your face do you put glow on?
What?
Do you even know what glow is?
Glow? No.
No, glow.
Highlight? Is it a highlight?
Bit of highlight.
Oh, it's clearly my nose. It's such a unique feature, so it needs a bit of glow.
All right, why don't we ask the expert, Val? Really?
Okay, so glow. Glow is about making your bones look better. It's about making you look honed to the bone. So you would put the glow here, high on your cheekbone, perhaps a little bit down the center of your nose. And it just makes you look just more fabulous and athletic.
Athletic?
We can do you later.
Val, would a man wear glow?
Why not? Why should we discriminate between men and women? Absolutely.
All right, we'll hook Jacques and Nikolaj up with some glow. Thank you for that. Thank you, Iskra. You know, every night on our show, we do like to have our guests share with us their hidden talents. Nikolaj, you're the one who's going to be the guinea pig for this one.
Okay.
Okay. Now, you were saying before that you kind of missed your chance in the football world, the soccer world, perhaps. So
Yes.
our challenge for you is this one. I know you know football. Do you know female football?
Yes. Well, I mean, I'm from Denmark. Our girls won. The ladies won silver the recent European Championship. So yes, we're very proud of our.
All right, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. You're going to have 3 seconds to answer them. And
How
we'll
many?
See. 3.
Okay.
And we'll see how you do. You ready?
And you allowed to help? by
Yes,
the
you
way?
guys are allowed to help if you want. No cheating. All right, here we go. Ready?
Okay.
In 2015, which country won the Women's World Cup?
It was France.
No, it was USA. Oh, Nikolaj. Number 2. Let's see if you can do better.
Okay.
Where will the Women's World Cup be held next year?
It's gonna be France.
Yay! Well done, well done. Okay, question 3. Which teams will play the 2018 Women's Champion League final?
Okay, the Champions League. I know it's a French team.
Yeah,
Again, the French
which
are very
one?
good at this. Lyon.
Good. Versus?
Versus.
Versus?
A German team.
Yeah. German team. Anybody? Oh, they're giving it to you. Wolfsburg.
Yes, Wolfsburg.
Wolfsburg. That's a half a point. All right, we have a half point. That's still pretty good. That's on May 24th. You've got to know this one.
Yeah.
Which team won the Danish female championship in 2017?
Which what? Sorry.
Which team, female team, won the Danish female championship? Danish. You're from there.
Yes.
In 2017.
I think it was Brøndby.
Which Danish footballer was nominated for UEFA's Best Women Player last year?
Oh, that's Pernille Harder.
All right, good. All right, these are easy. You're a big fan of Leeds United, right?
Yes.
Okay, can you give me the exact name of the female football club of Leeds?
Does it have a different name?
Kind of, a little different. There's Leeds in it.
That's good. That's good. So Leeds Ladies
Yeah, Leeds Ladies.
Football Club.
Yay! All right, one more. We'll do a bonus question. Who was FIFA's Female Player of the Year last year?
But I thought it was a Danish girl.
No.
No?
Do you want me to give you the country?
It should have been Pernille Harder.
It wasn't. I'm
Are
sorry.
you sure?
We didn't. If I say LM, the initials? Lieke Martens?
Lieke Martens. That's what I was
there you
gonna
go. Lieke Martens from the Netherlands. And for the men, of course, Cristiano Ronaldo.
say. Yes.
Well done, Nikolaj. That was good. You know, we are in Cannes.
Yes.
You were a good sport. You did the challenge, so you get an award.
I do?
Lisa, please. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to Nikolaj the golden ball. And I won't make you dribble unless you want to.
Thank you.
You'll keep that forever, I'm sure. Go ahead, you can dribble if you want.
No, that's okay.
All right, thanks so much to all of you. This does wrap it up for today's show. I'm going to say, first of all, thank you to you, Iskra. We'll stay on top of you via social media. Val, thank you very much for coming on the set. We'll see you tomorrow in the beauty salon. Jacques Attali, merci beaucoup. Thank you so much for coming in and talking to us about Positive Cinema Week. And Nikolaj, pleasure to have you on the show. See you very soon. Thanks to all of you. See you tomorrow, same time, same place for the very last Worth It show. Don't miss it.